So I finally got my hands on the Jenkopotamus, or is it the Jenkopotamus? Hey, everybody. Tim here, Gray Man Poda, amateur radio call sign, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot. I finally got my hands on the Evolve III Maestro laptop. Now, that's, a great laptop that you'll find a lot of people use here in the ham radio community. And it's great for two reasons. One, it's cheap. Two, it charges on 12 volts. So currently, the laptop is available at Micro Center. But the caveat to that is it is pickup only in the store. So once you get one of these things, and this is really what this video is about debloating this thing. Windows comes with a lot of bloatware on it, and it just slows things down. So you have a limited processor. It's a Celeron processor, and because of that, we can charge it with 12 volts, right? So that's the upside. Downside is it's a Celeron processor, and it doesn't have the ability to kind of absorb a lot of the bloatware. It takes away clock cycles from what you're trying to do. All right, so to get rid of the bloatware, we are going to run some utilities on this computer. And so if we go ahead and switch over to it now, we're at a Chrome window here. Over here on the computer now, I'm on a GitHub site. LaDragon X makes a Win debloat tools that I've used before. Haven't had any problems. I do want to preface this that you're doing this at your own risk. These, for me, have worked in the past, and I have not had any issues with it. But once again, you take everything at your own risk, and they even say that in here that you're doing it as such. To get started, you just need to download, and I will put links to this GitHub site or GitHub repository in here for you. Go ahead and download the main. Now this downloaded or defaulted to my downloads directory, but I'm just going to leave it there for now. But we do need to right click on it, tell it to extract all. And go ahead and select extract. All right, once it extracts everything, it'll go ahead and open it up into a new folder here with the Win default tools main. So going back to the directions here on the page, they've laid it out fairly simple. For you. There's actually a command file, a batch file that you need to run, and I would just say run it as an admin, and to do that, that's fairly simple. Now there are commands. So if you're familiar with PowerShell, these commands you should be used to. For those of you who are not, they've got this batch file that's already created that you can run as an administrator that will start all this up for you. So really, this is about as far as we need to go, is run the open terminal here.cmd file, and they suggest that if it doesn't work, to try to run it as admin. I'm just going to go ahead and run it as admin. So we are going to right click on it and say run as admin. Now, I do want to say this. This process can take time, and obviously the slower your processor is, the longer that's going to take. So I will do a couple things. I'm going to probably either speed up sections of this video or I might cut out pieces, but you will see the entire process from beginning to end. I might just edit it down for time constraints. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and click on Open Terminal here. And I'm going to go down and select Run as Administrator. Now you will get this warning message about the PC. You want to go ahead and select More Info and then select Run Anyway. You're going to get a dialog box. It's going to ask you if you want to run this. Make changes to your device. Go ahead and select Yes. And then here, we're just going to sit back for a few minutes while everything loads. All right, so if you go back to the directions, the next thing is to run the GUI version. You have a command here to run. If you come over to the little icon at the very right-hand side of that command and click it, you will get copied. And you can go back to the PowerShell window, and you just want to hit Control-V, and it's going to paste that line into the window now. And so all you need to do is hit Enter. And this will eventually bring up a menu here, and we're going to get some options that we can look at. Now, ideally, you're going to want to run this before you get involved on your laptop, because so if you do buy one of these, bring it home, fire it up, go through the basic Windows setup, get connected to the internet, and then do not install any programs or anything. Don't create like a bunch of profile information. Just keep it very minimal. So as you see here, they've got a fairly decent list of things that you can do. So apply tweaks is really once you do that, you can kind of bring this window down a little bit, and you're going to watch it take place here. So this is the process. It's going to take a while to run. While this is running, I will probably speed this thing up. So it's really just a process you're going to have to run and watch and run in the background. So you might be noticing a lot of red on the screen. That is not a big deal. This is Microsoft Office stuff that I purposely made sure did not get installed on the computer. And so it's referencing packages that are not on the computer. And because they're not on the computer, it can't remove them. And that's why we're getting the red error messages. So not a big deal. Okay, looks like it was done. Now the restart option was suppressed on a lot of those commands that ran, so it wouldn't restart and break the process. So you are going to need to restart this after you're done. It's really just the last thing you need to do. There are some other options in here that you can kind of go through and take a look at for yourself. Just doing the apply tweaks up here at the top will take care of the majority of the issues. The undo tweaks, so I don't know if you caught it in the beginning when this started, it created a recovery point for this, so they can go back, or the program can go back and recover all the changes that it made. So if you're having issues, once this is done, you're pretty much ready to go. Now runtime will vary depending on which computer you run this on. It doesn't have to be the Evolve. You can use this on any of your computers, and just keep in mind that there's a lot of things that it pulled out that for a laptop like this are definitely not needed. But some of the functionality, might be different if this is your, your kind of day-to-day PC that's a, like a full-featured, more robust type machine. You're going to want to maybe be a little bit more selective on what things you run. But for example, OneDrive, Microsoft throws that in and everything, and not everybody wants OneDrive, but that's a lot of junk that it puts on your computer. So this is definitely a good program for that. So like I said, runtime, once again, it's gonna depend on the computer itself. I think we took about 15 minutes to run. You'll obviously would not have seen this in the full 15 minutes time frame. It was sped up in the interest of keeping you guys from falling asleep. So once you're done with it, close the program, and it's going to come up and tell you to go ahead and ask you if you want to reboot. Just go ahead and select yes, and the computer will do its thing. All right, so as you saw, this wasn't that hard of a deal. I will put links to everything down below. If you have any questions, please put those in the comments section below. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this content with your friends. And hopefully one day we'll catch you on the air. But until then, I have a video right over here that I think you might be interested in.